Okay, welcome everybody to BNI Tera podcast series with our lead visitor host. I sincerely admire you to spend time and lead the chapters and lead the visitor host teams for our visitors.
Thank you for having us.
So let me start with the ladies first. As they say, I don't follow these things, but today let me start with the ladies. So Unnati, how long you've been in Vienna?
I've been a member since 4 or 5 months.
Wow. But actually, how long you have been in Vienna?
I have been in BNI for approximate 5 to 6 years.
So, like, what is the key of being a BNI member for 5 to 6 years, but actually being a member only 5 months?
So I was initially working with BNI and taking care of the admin part, but then it got me so much involved in it. Like, why can't I go meet other people? Why can't I just bound it to this thing? So then I joined a company, and then I thought, okay, let's represent this company and try and get more sales for my company through BNI networking. So that really helped since I became a member.
Okay, that's great. So, what business do you represent now?
So I'm representing a company called BPFX. We are into forex and commodity trading. So that's category I'm representing in my chapter called BNI Legends.
Okay, that's great. That's great. How about you, Hitesh?
So I've been part of BNI Givers for the last 7 months now. It's been a very interesting journey so far. And I've been lead visitor host for the last 1 month. But prior to that, in my first 6 months, I was part of the visitor host team. So moving in here, I knew how it works, kinda. But
That's
very
great.
confident when you're a lead visitor.
And Givers is an evening hybrid chapter, as I understand.
Yes. Like United, we meet once, first Wednesday of every month. We meet in the evenings in person, and the remaining meetings, 3 or 4, are done online. Gives us that flexibility to be able to manage personal and professional life well, because it's an evening chapter plus it's hybrid. So everyone is sort of digging that.
It is, indeed wonderful. I didn't realize that while I am inviting people, I have technically invited 3 different kind of options I have in my region for chapters. So BNI Legends being a morning chapter, weekly meetings, in-person chapter, BNI United being a hybrid chapter and morning hybrid chapter, and third very unique is the hybrid chapter and evening hybrid chapter.
Correct.
That makes a very fantastic team for me to communicate with about your experience with your visitors. What do they think about it? So, who among you have really felt that you have a story about a visitor who visited your chapter and it really strikes you? You remember that visitor particularly.
One Filipino in our chapter who represents the life insurance field said that the main reason why he joined BNI was because he wanted to tap the Indian community, which him in his normal course was unable to tap. So obviously diversity is good, and it works both ways for everyone. Not just the Indians would benefit from the Filipino community joining, and vice versa as well.
While I was speaking with you guys, a book I read, Blue Ocean Strategy, and this book has got a couple of other series has come. Another was Disruption with Blue Ocean Strategies and all this. There's a big concept out there that you know your target audience, you know your market, you know your comfort zone, which is your customers. But there is a market beyond your customers, which is your non-customers, which is the community which you don't generally reach. Right? How do you tap into that community? The best way of tapping into that community is to get into a network of particular community. Go meet those people, right? And if we say Indian community you want to tap into, or even I would say Pakistan, and today we have very, very diversified members in BNI. And BNI is a global organization. You can technically meet any single nationality you want to. Today I want to connect people in Portugal, I can go connect people in Portugal. I can online find BNI members in Portugal and approach them. So diversity in BNI is in 80 countries today, right? If I will be participating in global convention which is coming in Madrid, November this year, I have opportunity to meet people from all these countries. It's all about how I approach them, how I connect with that. I have a question for you guys, and it's a question with a reward. Anybody who gives the perfect answer, I'll treat you for a dinner. Are you ready to take up this challenge?
There's
Yeah.
always a catch with Pankaj's
Right?
questions.
Because she knows me very well, right?
Yeah.
So there is a concept in BNI, and I'm building upon this question because I realized something in Romans communication,
Yeah.
and it is called don't sell to the room, sell through the room.
So the,
What exactly is this concept as per your understanding? See, if you don't answer and I answer, then you owe me.
I can answer.
that's fine. That you're welcome to come anytime. But that's one thing that again, when I was joining, people used to say that you don't sell to the room, you sell through the room. All that when you're on the outside, it sounds like jargon and it sounds like things that they say to convince you to join BNI. But it's pure logical, right? You don't know who's sitting, who knows whom when you join BNI. So you present yourself to the best of your capabilities to try to gain their confidence to recommend you to someone they might know. And we all who've stuck around long enough in business know that one small thing can lead to beautiful results. One small recommendation can lead to beautiful results. I don't know if I answered your question the right way, but you still owe me dinner.
Yeah, I owe you dinner for sure.
I would
Because
like to add
yeah,
something
go
for
ahead, go
this.
ahead.
So when they say you're selling not to the room but through the
Through the
room,
room.
so basically it's like you are hiring your extended sales team to work for you, and when the members are selected through the MC committee and to the interviews and all, so they make sure that the members are well connected in Dubai or all over the country.
Correct, yes.
So these members bring their contacts with them to the room, on the table, in the meeting room. So these members make sure that you are connected through what you are asking for. That's when the specific asks come in. So basically we are selling to the members, but we're selling through the members to their contacts. Then that's when the referral comes, because no one say, okay, I'm referring myself. They'll be like, I'm referring someone else to you because they are meeting you, they are interacting with you with the one-to-ones that we have. And then the members make sure that they are connected to the people whom they are requesting for. And that's when you get KYCs. Thank you for close business.
I have a question here. As Unnati said that MC committee, when they are vetting the new member application, they would look at it that this member is very well connected in the bar. If there is a gentleman who has started the business just say 6 months with
Yeah.
or just now starting a business, and he doesn't know many people in Dubai, what would you say? Can he be valuable to BNI? Can he be valuable to the chapter?
Why not? So many people do ask this question that I don't know if I'll be able to pass the referrals or not. To them, I always say that if you've come for this meeting, that means you're market facing. If you are market facing, means you will be able to generate referrals. It just naturally flows. Again, this was one of those things that I was told this as a visitor. I thought he's just trying to sell me that membership. But when you come to the ground, it becomes easy. It's not as difficult. Obviously, keeping that 2 referrals per week
The ratio.
might be a bit difficult sometimes. But generating referrals is not a difficult task.
I would want to comment on that when you said keeping that 2 referrals per week. So BNI never said that 2 referrals per week you have to. It is the aspiration of the chapter.
Correct. Yeah.
Rather, even as a coaching when I go, I always said, guys, 1 referral a week,
Yeah.
1-1-2-1. So I always advocate for power of 1.
Correct.
The idea is simple, that don't feel overwhelmed, don't feel pushed.
Yeah.
But honestly, authentically, try to do what you have come from. Because somebody gave me a statement. He said, Pankaj, as a BNI member, as a father, as a leader,
Yeah.
always stand in front of the mirror and ask if everyone else in that particular role does as much as you are doing, how would that thing look like? So as a member, I would ask myself, if every member of my chapter does as much as I do for my chapter, how would my chapter look like? And if I'm happy about that image, you are doing good.
Yeah.
If you're not happy about that image, you know your answer. So it is always us who know what we do, how we do.
Makes sense.
And you very correctly said that anyone who is a front facing, one is I come to your chapter with, let's say I'm a born and brought up person in Dubai. Then I come to your chapter with having all that vast network with me. Yes, I have network. And the question is, am I willing to tap back into that network and am allowed to tap back into that network? My question to you, if I understand you are a born and brought up kid in Dubai, so we call it Dubai kids, we are experts, right?
Yeah.
So as a Dubai kid, you have schooling here, you have your family here, you have your friends here, your own Sindhi community is very big,
Yeah.
right? How well can you tap your community, your friends, your existing people for getting referrals for your business and for BNI?
So, if I have to be completely candid, maybe it's just people around me, or I'm not in any position to speak for the community. But I did find it difficult to try to tap my own network because maybe it was in my head or it was the truth. I was looked down upon when I tried to go to them to try to generate business or even ask for referrals. So that way BNI does add that value where you make friends who you can easily ask for business. So many times you're looked down upon or treated like a salesperson if you're asking someone you've known for the last 20 years for some business referrals. There's logically nothing wrong with that, but the world doesn't work with logic, does it?
Yes, you're very, very true. Word doesn't work with logic a lot of times, though it should, right?
It should.
If I say it correctly, the point is, what is the purpose of this relation? What is the purpose of this network where I am coming to, right? So, say I'm having a spiritual, I follow a certain spiritual saint, and I have a large community of that spiritual group. In that community, we don't utter a single word about business. In that community, I don't ask them what do they do, right? I never touch that because the purpose out there is to connect with the one, to connect with the God. Fair. You don't ask each other for anything. You are connecting with your spiritual group. It's this you cannot believe it's a community within Dubai of over 3,000-4,000 people. We are kind of meeting twice or thrice at times in a week, right? And yet we don't know what business they do. At times we don't know their names. We just know them face to face. We'll say Jai Guruji, and we don't talk business. Does it make sense to have a system in the community where community can help each other in the businesses? Yes, it does. But when I spoke with community leader once, they said, Pankaj, that will defeat the purpose of the community. How do we network outside BNI network? It's an important topic, and just on 25th of April, there's a gentleman named Bharat Daga. He is the keynote speaker for our upcoming expo on 27th April, and he is delivering a separate workshop on 25th at Metropolitan Hotel, which is about how to network outside BNI. How important it is to network outside BNI. It is like you can create referrals from there because all they need some credible vendor. You are a source of vendor.
And induction also, no?
Right? And possibly, you remember the swimming pool analogy sometime? So some people swim in the length, but some people who are like new swimmers, they are swimming the breadth. Right? They are swimming in the breadth of this. When they see these people who are swimming in the lengths, do they get encouraged and swim with them to the width? And then they become the swimmer. So we use this kind of an analogy to explain this thing, that when you go out in those other networks who might not have that kind of a system, that kind of an accountability which BNI has, and they are speaking with you, it is an opportunity where you can grow your community in BNI and have more of the partners who can give you sensible business leads. Right? Does it make sense, right? Now, let's ask some more things, right? you all are facing visitors when they are coming, and you are in the orientation room. Is there questions which comes to you very often? Like so what do you feel is the most often question being asked by visitors, and like where you are not comfortable asking?
No, I'm comfortable, but the first question everyone asks is what's a chapter? Like, then explaining that takes its own time. But yeah, first question, more often than not, that we see is what is a chapter?
If I were to answer you very
Yeah.
quickly, as you said, it
Yeah.
takes too much time. I would say a chapter is a group of business people who are like-minded, committed to refer business to each other, and have exclusivity to their business specialization. So in one chapter, you would never see two people representing the same specialization of
Yeah,
business. That's the definition
what
of
we
the
also
chapter
say.
of BNI.
But yeah, that's the FAQ, if you that is our FAQ number one.
Wonderful.
That what's a chapter?
Anyone joining a new group, and they come, they would want to know, like, when will I get that?
Yeah.
My answer was in my, there was a program called Member Success Program,
Yeah.
which has evolved a lot, but in my time it was very simple. It had a graph which used to say time versus referral, right? So some businesses, you will get a very quick return on investment. So say you are into a pastry cake business. Next birthday in my family and I'll order the cake from you, right? Say you are into travel agency business. Next travel I need, I'll give you the order. You deliver me good, you are my credible partner. Or my neighbor's kid birthday or my neighbor travel, right? General insurance, right? Next car renewal coming, home insurance coming, I hear something from you, I can try a gift to you. Then comes one of these business, right? They are investing, right? So they are looking for you to invest their money with them up to the tune of 25,000 dollars. This requires a little more time building the trust, the credibility, until you are representing a company which already has a big name in the market and people know it. So you need not to build that trust.
Yeah.
It is all about how long does it take for you to build the trust. And is it your service is something which is a very common one, which I need to taste first? So when do I refer business? When do I refer you? Somebody outside my business. Most likely what happens is the BNI member will first try your service. If you are a general insurance person, I'll try to take a quote from you. If you are an investment company, I'll try to work with you. Right? If you are into website development, I'll try to see if I can get some work. Once I have tasted your service and the business, I have a good confidence that now I can open door for my network with you. Because when I am opening door of network for you, I am putting my credibility with my network. Right? Before you, I say, I trust this person, you can go. That's where it is all about how quickly you build the trust. Now, you know the testimonial part in BNI, why we do that? As I said, I will have you develop my website before I can have that result. How often will I need a website, a new one? Not really, right? But what if Hitesh has got some website business done with you? Hitesh stands and share that, guys, I have done my website with Roman. He done a fantastic job, guys. I have got full confidence that I can refer Roman to anyone. I know Hitesh. He's been one. Does that works for me?
Yeah.
On the credibility of Hitesh. So what has happened? Hitesh has leveraged his credibility in the room for you. That's why we encourage people for testimonial. I had visitor asking what is this testimonial? And that's what I told him, that it is all about credibility. So again, coming back to the question, ROI is always like your return depends on your credibility. How long do you take to establish your credibility? You know this gentleman, the story of Habibullah Rahman in your chapter. This gentleman called me after 12 months. He said, Pankaj, I am getting only small businesses. And I don't know whether I renew or not. Yeah. I said, Abhi, BNI is farming. Stay there. He renewed. At end of 13th month, he's calling me and he said, Pankaj bhai, thank you very much. This time. What happened? I didn't know what. I got a business of 3 million. I said, wow, what is that? He said, in Saudi Arabia, Home Center of Bomaras is changing all their branding. One of the BNI member was supplying furniture. He have opened door for me, and now I have got that order. And you cannot believe the God. See, your stars and BNI and everything has to be together, right?
Yeah.
This guy, now he asked me, can I give him a lifetime membership? That's how ROI return changes, right? So it is always farming.
Yeah.
Just imagine you have a tree and you don't see the fruit coming in and you choose to cut it. Whatever time, money you have spent growing that tree, you are killing it.
Killing that. Yes.
You rather need to find the right, tweaking to that right fertilizer to have the fruit.
So I tell everyone the same thing, that it's like any other business relationship. Just because it's BNI, you're not entitled to everyone's business in the room. You need to win their trust, you need to make connections, you need to build that rapport. Not only just to get their business, even their referrals. It all depends on it. It is like any other business relationship, it just serves to you on a platform. People take that for granted sometimes. They forget that they actually have to put in the efforts.
Yes, great. Your experience on the thing?
I think the most number of questions that I have faced with my visitors being a LPH is that morning commitments are a big issue. They just don't want to commit on their morning commitments, waking up in the morning at 7 and reaching to the venue. They're like, not possible.
You see what they saying, send them to me. Send them. Are you willing
So
to?
how will my chapter know that?
Yeah. So with whatever you don't like, the same thing comes to you.
See, but I am in the morning
Yes,
chapter.
she doesn't want to wake up early morning, and yet she is in an early morning chapter.
Exactly.
So did you share them with your own story?
I did. I told him I'm not a morning person. I can be late a week in the night, like 4 o'clock a.m., 3 o'clock a.m. It's fine. But then waking up at 5 and then reaching the venue by 6:15 because we have to do all the arrangements, being the LBH in the room and getting ready to welcome the visitors in the room. So it's not that easy. I stay far from the venue. I live in Barsham Heights and the venue is in Radisson View, that's in Dera. So it's a huge time gap to reach over there. But then do I reach over there on time? I'm there. But then maybe you're there, but I can't do this. So what should we do in that case? What should we tell the visitors?
See, I'll share with you when I asked this first time. I was given the logical answer by B.J. Shah, the national director. He said, Pankaj, BNI is very clear about the attendance policy. Technically speaking, it is the only policy which says that you cannot be absent or late or this. We will look into that. 99% of people know where they want to sleep. And they know how much time will it take for them to reach the venue in the morning.
Yeah.
The meetings are early morning. You never face the traffic. Right? Very rarely that you have a traffic. So you can plan your meeting very well. Secondly, when you want to grow your business, this is the first step you take. You take that strong step to wake up early in the morning, get ready, and do the business when your competitors are sleeping.
Fair.
You want to grow, take a step ahead of your competitors. That was. How has been your experience with BNI so far? Starting from visiting and joining, how has been your experience?
So when I was a visitor, I was confused by all the jargon. My first question was, like every other visitor, was what is a chapter? What are CU points? What is one-to-one? Will I be able to generate referrals? All that, the usual. I didn't come in knowing everything. But one thing that was different from most visitors for me was that I visited the chapter convinced to join BNI. That is what I noticed as LBH also. When your visitor has put in a warm word for BNI and how it's helped them, their perspective or their likeliness to join is much higher. Like any other lead, for that example, a warmer lead gets converted easier. And So when I joined, I was skeptical, I won't lie. I joined in cause of the warm referral. I joined in to be with my friends. Why should I lie? But then when I joined, it was very different from what I had expected. The first 1 month, I was still living under the rock I had put myself under. But then slowly, steadily, I started to see the benefit. I did get more business than I thought I would. But that is not the reason why I would renew my membership in the 4 months that it's coming. It has helped me expand my value proposition a lot. So I've become my industry is such that people come to me with problems. People don't remember me till the night they don't have a problem. And if I have a solution for them, not only when it pertains to my work, for other problems that they have, then I become a hero. And then even if I slack a little on my role, they accept the good with the bad. So this is one way that BNI has helped me genuinely, which I didn't expect coming in.
You know, when you are saying that, I'm recalling a video I recorded as win, 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 right? So I, as a child, used to discuss with my father. My father was into the business of general supplies to every school. So whatever you have touched in your school is supplied by us.
Okay.
But my father will receive calls from the principals of the schools who would ask him that there's a function tomorrow and laddus, sweets to be distributed among kids. Can you arrange? And my dad was arranged. And that's not our business. This is Pankaj. I am their go-to person.
Yeah.
Right? When they come to me seeking help for things which are not in my portfolio, right? Will they go anywhere else when they need items from my portfolio?
Okay.
So, similarly, in your businesses, so your customer, if they know it well, that you need anything, they need anything, and they get a step, call Hitesh. Hitesh would know somebody.
Yeah.
You know, just imagine Unnati, she would call me 3-4 times in a day. Why? Because some project has come to us and she needs to procure those material for the company.
Yeah.
She would even sir, who I can buy from? So she knows I would know somebody who will have the solution.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if she needs my service, will she go someplace else? So that means my customer would want to retain me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? So it's a win for your customer because he's been helped. Win for you because he's retaining you. And you giving out so many referrals to your BNI members. Is that a win for them?
Definitely.
So it's a 3-cycle win-win-win situation. And that's fantastic. Let me ask you one thing here. If that's one statement you want to give to the audience of a reel who are saying, shall I visit BNI?
You should. Most businesses could use BNI. Whether you have the right chapter with you is a different question. But BNI as a concept is pure logic. I always say this. There are very few businesses or very few individuals that don't need BNI. That is also after a certain level. A business professionals getting into a room trying to help each other grow. That is what BNI is, right? Then every other thing is a layer on top of it. At the core of it, it is business professionals getting into a room trying to help each other grow. The accountability, the gamification of it via the app, the BNI Connect app, the database, the podcasts, the events, all of that are layers on top of it that basically is like the cherry on top of the pie, right? Of the sundae, sorry. But the core is still business.
Yeah.
If you don't see value in BNI, either you've made it well in life, kudos to you. And if you don't, then probably you should rethink.
Okay, that's great. How about you, Unnati? What is your reply? What is your point of view? Why should people visit BNI?
So people should visit BNI like 200% because 1, you get to network. 2, you get to meet new people from different industries, not just your members but also the visitors who are coming to the meeting every week. Three, you get to explore BNI worldwide. So you're not just bounded to Dubai, but you also get business from outside Dubai. So that's one more thing. So even if you're traveling, you're going anywhere across the globe, you can visit BNI in that country as well and grow your network. So that gives you more exposure. Because you never know, if you want to expand your business in a different country, you can do that through BNI tools. That's the planning that we have. So that's there. And plus, BNI is also a place where you can actually make connections on personal level as well. It's more like family. So when you're in group, that's we call chapter. So it's more like family. You get to meet them weekly, not just the members, but even their families. So you kind of understand each other on a very different level altogether. So that helps you grow business personally and professionally both.
BNI is just another marketing budget for you. But if I need to work on that, I would say it is a budget of marketing and your own professional development.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I have never come across a member who would say that BNI hasn't helped them groom professionally. Like you correctly mentioned about public speaking. Right? So for me, my story with BNI had been a totally different thing for me. You know, I was working as an operations manager when I joined into BNI. Yes, I will be very honest saying that I joined BNI for the purpose of business. My business was such like investment. I say, okay, everyone can be my customer.
Yeah.
Let me join BNI.
Yeah.
That very, very honest. The only thing, you know, people, I remember my day from the visiting that chapter. They asked me what is that one thing I like the most. And my answer to them was accountability.
Yeah.
When I saw that contribution round where each member is sharing what they did last week,
Yeah.
right? Because I had been part of very, very different networking organizations,
Yeah.
professional networking organizations. But there was no accountability, no structure. So I am a man of structure, I am a man of logic, I am a man of accountability. That resonated with me very well.
Yeah.
And during my journey with BNI,
Yeah.
you know, one time a person said, you know, he was sharing his story and he told me that BNI for me is an MBA. Believe me, that's sticking with me even today. I developed an understanding that when you are doing MBA, you are listening stories, case studies of different people. That's what you are reading. But being a common person whose case study will help you grow. Will the case study of the top businessman of the country or the century help you grow? Will you have those kind of challenges? You will have challenges faced by common business people.
Fair.
Where do you find those case studies? Is there an MBA for general business people case studies? No. But in BNI, when we meet members, when I sit down with you and understand your life, where did you grow? How did you grow? What challenges you face? What solutions you implemented? Right? I get to learn. And I collect moral of your stories. I call them my golden nuggets. That's my purpose of being. I kept collecting those golden nuggets, kept implementing your learnings, protecting myself from saving from falls because you have already told me you had fallen that way. So I didn't need to jump from the 20th floor, knowing that Hitesh had hit his head on the jumping 20th floor, right? All that helped me to protect myself. And seriously, from when I told my wife that I'll write a book, she laughed at me. Because I was just a dreamer and a very average student. From there to become an author is all the journey because of BNI. So if you are open to learn with people, grow with people, BNI is your place.
Fair.
Whether it is business growth, whether it is personal growth, if you are there to learn with people, right? I can give you a jungle of sandalwood. You can cut the wood, burn it, sell the coal, come back home with few berries. Or you can learn the value of the sandalwood and be the richest person on this earth.
Fair.
That's what my BNI story is.
Yes.
Right? I started 10 years back and today BNI is my life. It has changed a lot of things for me. I've got my recognition on global level being a BNI. And with every single member today, most of you have come across the mentoring I do, is all the learnings. I haven't learned anything from anywhere else. I have learned from BNI. If you want to be someone who know it all, who know a lot, so like I would always stay foolish, stay curious, stay learning, keep learning. That has helped me in BNI. So for me, whenever I speak with anybody for BNI, I say, you want to change your life, come to BNI. I learn from my driver how to stay happy.
Wow.
Right? Frankly speaking, he speaks with his kids back in Kerala 3 times in a day. Right? Do I get to speak with my kids? Do your father speaks with you even when they are living with you? He is the most happy person. Right? He makes maybe 5% of what I make. And he has similar family as I have, like 2 kids, wife and husband. He is more happier than me. He is more chilling than me. So what am I doing in my life? Right? The more we grow, more we are living.
Yeah.
Right? And believe me, I learned from him this thing. That once your needs are done, you can dream for anything. But that will not bring you satisfaction.
Yeah.
Your food you receive, like you are satisfied. Right? And you can dream for eating any place, any higher shop, any higher club with a world Michelin chefs. Is going to bring the same impact to it.
Yeah.
But as in, I have been asked many times a question that in BNI, why don't we filter the business people to a certain level? Like, why don't we say you should have 5 million of revenue? Only then you will enter BNI. Boss, I always answer this thing. BNI is for SMEs. BNI is for people who are willing to grow with the referrals. Right? The wisdom, the growth which we are receiving from each other's stories and wisdom is an added advantage. But the purpose of joining business is to grow with the referrals. Right? That is the core. Giving referral. BNI is the world's largest business referral marketing organization. You grow with that. Additionally, you are wise enough because you are smarter enough in your business, you've been there. You know what will you do? You will do your live MBA without paying a single penny. Right? You will have all those coaches to your office for just 1 cup of coffee. Otherwise, it would have costed you a lot more than that.
Makes sense.
Right? And learn from each other. Now, you learn, you implement, you grow. Nobody is asking you any percentage of your goal. That's what BNI is. So, I always tell people, do it, explore it. Explore it with an open mind. Don't go with any prejudice.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to grow your business, go visit BNI chapter, experience it yourself. You have questions, connect with people. Listen to their stories.
Yeah. Now I have one question.
Yeah.
Okay, off the record, just one.
You go.
What do you not like about BNI?
So what I not like about BNI is when I see some members in the chapter,
Yeah.
those are there and they are just visiting, meeting to meeting. They come to the weekly meeting, right? They go out of the meeting, they forget everything.
No,
They come
that's,
next.
what do you not like about that? Those are not like those members. What do you not like about BNI?
That's a very tricky question.
Okay. So
Just
you are saying
So, off the record.
as an organization, right? I would say what I don't like about BNI is the traffic light. The traffic light. And why I don't like the traffic light thing is that it tells people that you are here, you are here.
Yeah.
I know the measurement.
Yeah.
The traffic light should be visible up to the level of the director consultant. I should know who I need to help.
Fair.
I should not be declaring to the chapter
Fair.
who is black.
Fair.
You should not know that Unnati is behind you.
Fair.
Right? Among you, there should be principle. There should be similarity. Each one of you in the room are same. That's power.
That's a good point because
It's a very good point.
often members only focus on the traffic lights. Then because this causes them.
They are focused on the traffic light because they know it is visible in the room.
Yes.
Right?
It brings
It should
accountability.
be-
but-
I understand there should be a tool to measure the performance.
Yeah.
But to declare that in the room,
Yeah.
is not what I am.
Fair.